What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links data mine video. And today's data mine video, we're bringing back the early box reviews series because we finally got a new main box that got leaked early for once. Like, I haven't done this early review of these main boxes in a long time, simply because these previous Konami has been working hard in the past couple boxes to like make sure no one knows these cards. But this time, I guess they're lazier, just want to change the format of it or whatever, and they're releasing this main box. We have all the cards confirmed through some data mines and stuff like that on what cards we're going to be getting in the next main box. And yeah, I'm super excited to dive into another episode of the early box reviews because this series has been doing really well in the past and stuff like that. So if you guys are excited for an early review of the next main box, the Gaia Genesis main box that's going to be releasing on the 27th of August, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new so you get notified when I make more early box reviews and stuff like that, because let's be really clear, early box reviews are a ton of fun to talk about, and I'm so excited in today's video. And also, my hair's kind of wet because I have a side job of being a plumber, guys, and I was just patching up some leaks, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, just saying, guys, I was just patching up some leaks. XD. Don't know if everybody will get the joke, but yeah, anyways, we're gonna dive into this. So here, as you guys can see, here's a paste bin. We have 14 main box Gaia Genesis, 27th of August. This was leaked by Yazan. He's been coming through recently to the community and been posting all these data mines in my Discord channel. Yazan, thank you so much for posting all the data mines and stuff like that in my Discord channel. Thank you so much for just sending over this paste bin thing right here. It's going to make it super easy to talk about every card. And then also another thing too to talk about is we're going to be skipping on a lot of cards in this main box already for like reviews, because a lot of these cards actually got leaked the day before the last mini box came out. Like the mini box, what was it called? It was the vampire box. What was it, dude? I literally just remember the name and then I forgot it. Crimson Kingdom, there you go. The last mini box, Crimson Kingdom, this, like, some of the cards for this main box, the Gaia Genesis main box, actually got leaked a day before the mini box came out, the last mini box came out. So that was wild. So we're actually gonna be skipping a lot of the cards to talk about, and it's a lot of the UR and SR cards, of course. But I don't want to make this video crazy long, so if you guys want to watch my review on talking about the UR and SR cards, there'll be a little video thing on the top right of your screen. There'll be the eye icon. You guys can go check that out and stuff like that. And I don't know. And then one more thing, just to show you some proof that this stuff's legit. Huge shout out to my boy, also from my Discord. If you want to join my Discord, link in the description down below. But yeah, AMEER, thank you so much for posting some images on this stuff right here. Here's the new, Yazan posted this, the new box celebration shell on my Discord server. But then AMEER also posted these images of basically all of the UR and SR cards right here. So thank you so much for to just you two guys in my Discord. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much, man. But without further ado, let's just go dive into today's mini box or main box review. So first of all, this card we already talked about in the past. There is a Mermail. It's like Abyss Megalo or something like that. This card I already talked about in my previous data mine video, but we're going to skip it. But for anybody that doesn't know, Mermails are coming into Duel Links, and this card's really good. The main box little like artwork and stuff like that, they're basically advertising an elemental hero on it. You know, the pack is gonna have elemental hero Gaia. Gaia's alright. He's a cool card, but he's not like broken or anything like that. But I already talked about this card. Like I said, check out my previous video talking about these main box stuff. I'm just gonna go through the names of these cards quickly, just for anybody that hasn't watched the video, but still watch that video, my dudes. Next up, we're going to be talking about the UA midfielder art card that also got leaked. This card seems really good right now, and UAs are going to probably be one of the next meta decks along with the Mermail, so I'm super excited about this. We also have Swap Frog. Swap Frog, I don't know how good it'll be right now, but it definitely might be a card that will be super useful in the future. Swap Frog is very interesting, and we talked about that in the last box review. We also have Galaxy Cyclone, a card that can pop back row. You can pop a face down spell and trap card on your opponent's side of the field, and then while this card's in the graveyard, you can banish it and also destroy one of your opponent's face up spell and trap cards. But you only can use one of the effects of a Galaxy Cyclone once per turn, so you can't do both effects right away. But so Galaxy Cyclone seems pretty spicy. It might be a decent back row removal and stuff like that. But now I'm so excited to talk about this card, Gemini Spark. So Gemini Spark was not leaked last time, and we're gonna go talk about Gemini Spark right here. And fun fact, my boys, shout out to being a Gemini user. I got a Gemini Spark right there. Yes, I'm so happy that we're getting some Gemini support in this main box. Yes. So anyways, Gemini Spark is going to be a UR card. It's going to be a quick play spell card. Tribute 1 face-up level 4 Gemini monster, and then target 1 card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, you get to draw 1 card. So yeah, this card is good, and then it's also a little bit slow in some instances, because the issue with Geminis is that they always been super slow in the past, and that's why like Geminis haven't been top tier in Duel Links and stuff like that. It's just simply because of the fact that Konami doesn't want to release the broken support. Like there's like some support in the TCG that helps out the deck, and if they added it to Duel Links, it would have been like the deck would actually be like really good. But the thing is, it's one of those things where they want a balance issue and stuff like that, and probably Geminis are not too much on the radar. But so that's like Geminis like probably won't ever be like high tier competitive, simply because it's just like Konami will never release the broken support all at once in just some random meta and stuff like that. But still, I'm a Gemini fan. I love building Gemini decks for fun. It's just one of my favorite things to do in Duel Links. So the fact that we're getting some more Gemini support in Duel Links just makes me so happy and so excited to just waste all my money on this box, because I really want 3 copies of Gemini Spark and the Dark Valkyria. So I'm so excited about that. And yeah, I already spoiled another Gemini card that's in this box. Shh. But no, other than that though, I mean, the effects of this card is pretty good. Now, there's a lot of cost for this card, but I mean, at the same time, it's just kind of like a good way to deck thin. So let's think about it. So you need Gemini Spark and 1 level 4 Gemini monster on the board to pop this card right away. So that's a -2 to your card advantage, simply because you're using 2 cards in total to use Gemini Spark. So basically, yeah, you play Gemini Spark, you tribute 1 of your level 4 Gemini monsters, and then you target a card on the field, destroy it. Good thing it's any card, so you can target back row and a face-up monster on the board. And then if you do that, you can also draw 1 card, which is kind of cool right here. So basically, you're not losing a lot of cards, and you're not gaining any cards. It's just going to be an exact 0, and I did the freaking meme right there, but it's an exact 0 right there, where you're using 2 cards to get rid of 1 card, but at the same time, you got rid of 1 of your opponent's cards, and you get a draw card for that. So you destroy 1 of your opponent's monsters, and you get a card for yourself. So it's kind of like it equals out to like a 0. It's not a +1 or a -1. It's just kind of like a 0 in my opinion. But what is nice about this card is that it does have some versatility, considering the fact that it is a quick play spell. So you can use this during your turn or your opponent's turn as a face down card, which is pretty nice right there. Popping this off early game, like if you summon a level 4 Gemini on the board and set Gemini Spark, you might be in a good spot, simply because your opponent might hopefully will only summon 1 monster, try to attack into you, and you can just pop your Gemini and use Gemini Spark to like pop your Gemini and then destroy 1 of your monsters to draw cards. So I'm really hyped about this card. It's going to be a ton of fun to just build some cheeky Gemini decks with this card, and I really want 3 copies of it. So I'm super excited to just dive into this main box and get Gemini Spark. I love my Geminis, man. I'm so hyped, and I'm so glad that they're adding something like Gemini Spark into Duel Links, simply because I just love playing Gemini decks. Whether they're good or not, it's just fun for me to play them. So I'm super excited right there. Now, that was an in-depth analysis and stuff like that for that card, because I actually know what the heck it does. But now these upcoming cards are barely going to give any thought into them, because yeah, I'm not the best duelist, and I don't know every single card, but we do have some new Dark World support. I'd never seen this card before, but Dark World support, nani? Is Dark World going to be good again? Hype? Anyway, so this is a field spell and it's called the Gates of the Dark World. All Fiend type monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can banish a Fiend type monster from your graveyard and discard a Fiend monster and then draw a card. You know, that's actually good. For a second, I was like, this is trash, but I gotta remember what Dark Worlds do. So, from what I know and from what I gathered about Dark Worlds, because they're in Duel Links, they have been in Duel Links in the past. And basically, what's Dark Worlds, the way for them to pop their effects is by discarding them. So, if they discard themselves, they're able to go in for their plays and keep activating their effects, because they only activate if the cost is a discard. So, a field spell for Dark Worlds that lets all the Fiend monsters gain 300 attack and defense. All Dark World monsters are Fiend monsters, I believe. Maybe like an exception with 1 or 2 of them. For the most part, I think all Dark World monsters are Fiends. Dark World, since you are discarding a lot of them for their effects, hopefully when you're starting to get the combos popping off, you'll already have a monster in your, you already have a Fiend monster in your graveyard, so you can banish it for the cost of Dark World. And then what's cool too is that you can use this Gates of the Dark World field spell to discard a card, and since you discard a card, you'll be able to activate your Dark World effects, of course, and then you're also going to be able to draw a card. So I think the Gates of the Dark World might be a solid 1 or 2 copies for the deck, just to go for some plays, maybe even 3 if you're feeling it. For any experienced Dark World players out there, what do you guys think of this card right here? Because I haven't played Dark Worlds that much. I do have 3 copies of Dark World Dealings with them, which I'm happy about, but Yeah, I think this card might actually really help Dark Worlds, considering the fact that you get some draw advantage, you get the discarded Dark Worlds to pop off the combos and stuff like that. So I think that's actually going to be really cool, and I think this is going to be a solid UR to get. Like, this next main box is actually freaking good, dude. Like, this main box is actually pretty good. Now, we don't know if 5Ds is going to just blow this this poor box out of the water or anything like that, because like this box seems pretty good in my opinion, but 5Ds is coming up right around the corner, it seems like. Like, I'm gonna make some more videos talking about some of the 5Ds leaks and stuff like that happened today, and man, there's gonna be some ton of stuff right here. And the last UR gonna be talking about, because like I said, I already talked about some of the other URs in here like previously, and yeah, those other URs got like leaked a while ago, so we're not talking about them. Or we are gonna talk about this new UR called Drowning Mirror Force. So this is like the first good Mirror Force card. We actually have a couple Mirror Force cards already in Duel Links, but they're extremely situational. This one is very easy to use. So it's Drowning Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares in a direct attack, shuffle all your opponent's attack position monsters into the deck. That's really good. Now, some people might think that throwing it into the deck is kind of meh, and it's kind of like not that good, but the advantage of throwing monsters back into the deck is simply because there's a lot of decks in Duel Links that can use the graveyard to their advantage. So when you shuffle it back into your opponent's deck, you're going to force your opponent to redraw those monsters, and sometimes it might not be good for them because they're going to increase their deck again, and they're not going to be able to draw into the cards that they need for certain situations. So you're going to increase their deck again. You're going to return the monsters back into the deck so they can't use their graveyard effects if it's a graveyard heavy deck. And yeah, I think that's just really cool right here. Drowning Mirror Force is going to be a very good card to get, and it's definitely going to change up the game. It's not normal Mirror Force. And I think in some aspects, at least for Duel Links, I think for Duel Links having normal Mirror Force might be an issue, but I don't know. And I believe Drowning Mirror Force has been used in the TCG a lot, like recently, a lot more than that Mirror Force. I'm not too sure, but I think that's from what I heard and stuff like that from the few TCG videos that I watched. Drowning Mirror Force is like better than Mirror Force in certain situations. At least in the TCG, so it is pretty cool that we're getting some sort of Mirror Force card. Like, Drowning Mirror Force is like our first actual Mirror Force card that's going to be pretty good. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to use this card in Duel Links and stuff like that. Like, this next main box is looking so spicy. I honestly want like 3 of every UR. I really want 3 of every UR because this box just seems so good, but I have like little to no gems. So please watch every mid-roll ad in this video because my bank account might be ripped when this box comes out. Rip me, boys. Nonetheless, though, this main box is looking spicy. That's it for all the UR cards and stuff like that. We have, you know, the Abyss Boy, Elements of Hero Gaia, that's a man one. Midfielder, Swap Frog, Galaxy Cyclone, Gemini, Spark Guide, Kids of Dark World, Drowning Mirror Force. So much stuff to talk about, boys. So much to talk about. I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to drink my Sody Pop real quick. And yeah. Woo! This main box is looking spicy. Now, what I am going to do, though, I need to scroll up in my Discord and check out the previous leaks that we had a while ago. I need to find where the previous leaks were, because a long time ago, like almost like a few weeks, a month ago, it feels like, there was like I said, there's some data mines on this main box before the mini box came out. So I'm trying to find that list of all the cards. Okay, I found the whole list and stuff like that. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, we're going to be skipping some of the stuff in here, but we're not going to skip this girl right here. New spooky waifu confirmed. Let's go check out this card. Can I do this? Come on. Okay, so we're going to go to Dark Valkyria real quick. So the first SR card we're going to be talking about is Dark Valkyria. It's a 4-star Dark Fairy Gemini with the effect. It has 1800 attack and 1050 defense. Let's just talk about the specs. So as always, all Gemini monsters, when they're in the graveyard or face up on the field, they count as normal monsters. But while they're on the field and you summon them again, you're going to give them their effect. So I'm going to skip the, vanilla attacks of the treated normal monster face field or graveyard. I'll explain that. But Dark Valkyria's Gemini effect, when you summon it again, while this card is face up on the field, you can place a spell counter on it. This card gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove a spell counter from this card and target a monster on the field and destroy that target. That's a good effect. It's a very versatile and good effect. So there's a couple ways to summon Dark Valkyria right away. You can use a spell card like Supervise. Supervise, when you equip it to a Gemini monster, they automatically get their Gemini abilities, which is super cool right there. I like that a lot. You know, this deck could possibly be used as a decent tech for maybe counter fairies. You can play this in counter fairies, and if, you know, you play counter fairies, you play the trap card that can counter your opponent's monsters and destroy them and shenanigans like that. You can have Dark Valkyria still on the board because you're going to hopefully protect it with those trap cards and stuff like that. Next turn, you can summon Dark Valkyria, pop off its effect, and destroy a monster on your opponent's board and stuff like that. So that would be pretty cool. It might be an alright tech in counter fairies and stuff like that. And also, I feel like some people that are really good at deck building are going to figure out some ways to combo this with the current spell counter support that we have in Duel Links and make some super spicy decks with it, because there probably could be some exploits you can use for possible farm decks or ring PvP decks with spell counters and Dark Valkyria. So I feel like this card's definitely going to have some value into it. I'm definitely going to want to get 4 copies of this card because I love my Gemini and stuff like that. I kind of want to build like just a destruction Gemini deck. So this is the last main box that we got. It had a card called Evo. Let me go. Do I have it around here? Because, like, where's my boy Evo? Hold up. Where is it? Okay. So the last main box, right? The last main box had this guy right here. You might recognize it, even though my camera is horrible because I need to fix my settings to get proper lighting in this room. But yeah, as you guys can see, I think I might build a deck with Evo and Dark Valkyria if I get all the cards and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about that. Some little destruction deck. So be tuned to that if I, you know, decide to waste all my money on this box, which I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyways. Don't tell my mom's credit card about that. Shh. Anyways, but yeah, Dark Valkyria, super cool card. Super excited to just get this card in the future and stuff like that. Next up, I think we're gonna skip the these little like KOA'KIs or whatever, simply because Sandman and You Are Night have been leaked in my previous video. So if you want to hear me talk about these 2 cards right here, check out my previous video. Did Atlantean Marksman did get leaked in the other video too. Snowman Eater got leaked. I think Atlantean Heavy Infantry though did not get leaked. I think Atlantean Heavy Infantry is a new card, so we're going to talk about this one. Sorry for skipping cards. Like I said, check out my previous video if you want to hear my thoughts on this, or I should probably mention this at the beginning of the video. You can check the paste bin in the description down below of this video, and just go check out the cards for yourself if you want to talk, if you just want to research one of them. But anyways, this is a 2-star water Sea Serpent with the effect. It has 0 attack, 1600 defense. During your main phase, you can normal summon a level 4 or lower Sea Serpent type monster in addition to your normal summon set. That's actually pretty cool. When this card is sent to the graveyard, to activate a water monster's effect, you can target a face-up card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Oh, that is interesting. That's very interesting. So I've never tried these Atlantean cards before in the TCG. I'm not super familiar with the TCG like whatsoever. But it's an interesting thing. So I'm not too sure like how these cards work, of course, but I'm assuming that you're going to be able to spam these cards out on the board and stuff like that. Like with this guy's effect, how you can summon a monster that's a level 4 or lower Sea Serpent. You can send this card to the graveyard. So I'm going to assume you summon this guy, you summon a different Atlantean monster, and then you summon that other Atlantean monster that's a 4-star, play its effect to sack off the, what's this called, Heavy Infantry. And then you activate this guy's effect since you did that cost and target a card that your opponent controls and destroy it. So, pretty cool card. Pretty cool card, for sure. I think Atlanteans might be a cheeky deck that might be meta. Who knows? Dude, this box might just be full of meta decks or something like that, because this box is looking spicy, my boys. So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. Jeez, I'm like out of breath all the time. It's difficult. So, I did talk about Snowman Eater already. UA Stadium and Penalty Box I also talked about in my previous video. So if you want to, yeah, like seriously, like all the SR and UR cards got leaked a while back. So if you want to check those out, be sure to go check out that other video that I talked about and stuff like that. Now we're going to be getting into the bulk of this video. We're just going to be talking about just a ton of just rare cards and stuff like that. I probably shouldn't take too much time with the rare cards and stuff like that, but yeah, we're going to do that. So anyways, this GOKI card I believe didn't get leaked. Yeah, this GOKI card did not get leaked last time, so we're going to talk about it. So, dude, GOKI's confused me, bro. I don't know if they did or not, but, like, I've never seen this effect. That's a creepy-looking card. Anyways, this is the Wind Dragon, 8-star, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. Gave you normal summon set, only can you special summon by removing and play an Iron Core of GOKI Muro from your hand. That's actually not that bad of a cost. You only banish 1 card from your hand to special summon this card. That's actually really good. During each of your end phases, show this card unless you send a GOKI, unless you send an Iron Core GOKI or a GOKI Maru monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. And that's when this deck kind of oofs itself, is when if you don't have the cost for this card, you have to discard this. And then once per turn, you can select and destroy a card from your opponent controls. Okay, this rare is actually not bad. You can easily special summon it if you have the Iron Core, the Goki, whatever. Or I'm calling it Goki, but it's like Kuki or something like that. I don't know. I'm sorry for saying Goki because that's like a different deck of the TCG. I think that won Worlds or something like that. Yeah, this card seems pretty cool with if you have the Iron Cores and other Goki or Gooki or whatever monsters in your graveyard and stuff like that, or from your hand. And while the cost to keep this guy up on the board is heavy, at the same time, he does have a really good effect that you can just destroy. You can just destroy opponent's card, your thing control or whatever. So you can summon this guy, destroy one of your opponent's monsters, hopefully still have another card in your hand to keep this guy on the board. But yeah, I don't think that this deck will be too good, but it'll be a fun deck to mess around with and pop off and just do shenanigans with, I believe. So that's a cool card. Cool card. I don't think this Mermail got leaked, so we'll talk about it. Yeah, did this Mermail get leaked? I don't think this one did. I think this is a new one to talk about, so let's go talk about it. These Mermails, bro. Don't know which one's leaked or not, but Mermails are gonna be wild, dude. Oh, this card looks interesting. That's actually cool artwork. So this is a 7-star Sea Serpent, 27 attack, 2700 attack, 1000 defense. This card 3 other water monsters to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Wow, that's a heavy cost. When you do, you can target an Abyss spell and trap card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. You contribute one other face-up attack position Mermail monster. Send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and you only can use this effect once per turn. So I see why this is a rare. The cost to get this guy out compared to the UR Mermail is really heavy. It's like 3 cards, while the other Mermail, that's a UR card, the special summon is only 2 cards. But yeah, with Mermails, they do pop out their effects when they get discarded, so even if you do discard 3 cards with this Mermail, you will be able to pop off your other Mermail's effects, so it's not all bad. And then, yeah, you can just tribute to another face-up attack position Mermail monster and just send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So that would be pretty good because you're making your opponent lose some card advantage unless their deck utilizes the graveyard and stuff like that. But yeah, just a simple card. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. A heavy cost, but still, I think it might be useful. I already talked about Dreadnought Dunker in my previous video, so I'm not going to talk about this, but I think we're going to talk about this one because I don't think this one got leaked. I think this one didn't get leaked, so yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So yeah, we have the Aqua Atris, that card, no, that's a spooky looking artwork. This is a Water Aqua, 6-star, 2000 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can add an Aqua Atris monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, that's it. That's literally it. You can't, unless the other Aqua Atris is support special summoning this card on the board. It's going to be a little difficult to get on the board, but cool. You can add it to your hand. Very, very crazy. This one got leaked, I believe. Yeah, this Iceberry got leaked, so I won't talk about it. But we are going to talk about this UA right here because this UA is right here. I probably should have talked about every single card in this box review, but this box review is already taking so long as it is, so whatever. Anyway, so yeah, you can special summon this 6-star warrior from your hand. You can special summon this card from your hand by returning a UA monster control to your hand, except Rival Bounder. All the UA monsters seem to be able to use that first effect. You can only special summon the UA Rival Rebounder once per turn this way. If this card special summoned during your opponent's turn or normal summon, you can special summon a UA monster from your hand or graveyard, except Rival Rebounder. You only can use the effect of Rebounder once per turn. What? Oh, during your opponent's turn or normal summoned. Yo, this is actually kind of wild. So it is a 6-star. So due to the fact that it is a 6-star, it's gonna be a little difficult to pop off this guy's effect. But I'm gonna assume that you can special summon this guy in your opponent's end phase. Because like what I was thinking is that the effect of this guy is pretty neat. That you can, if you special summon this guy during your opponent's turn or normal summon it, you'll be able to special summon a UA monster from your hand or graveyard. So the combos are just kind of rolling in my mind. Like, dude, these UA cards are just going to have a lot of combos, and I think are going to be able to spam out onto the board, to be honest, with these special summon effects and stuff like that. Because, like, as I said, you know, with these UAs, you can return them back to your hand and stuff like that. I think there might be some other UAs that, to special summon, you can sack it off and send it to the graveyard, possibly. But, yeah, you can summon Rebounder through your opponent's, like, end turn, I would assume. And then, you know, on your opponent's end turn, you can special summon another UA monster from your hand or deck. Not hand or deck, hand or graveyard onto the board, so I think this might, dude, UAs might be a really cool, like, deck to play. Like, I honestly think they're going to be a really good, cool deck to play. And okay, Gigastone Omega did get leaked. Not going to talk about him. I was like, that name seems familiar. That name seems familiar, so yeah. We're not going to talk about Giga Omega. Sorry, my boy. You look pretty cool, though. Next up, we're going to talk about UA Mighty Slugger. It is a Earth 5-star warrior. 2300 attack, 700 defense. Special summon this card from your hand by returning a UA monster you control to the hand, except Mighty Slugger. You only special summon a UA once per this Mighty Slugger once per turn this way. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate card or effects until the end of damage step. Bro, that's actually really good. It's a 5-star, so beatdown can work even if it's nerfed. Beatdown can still help out this deck, and you can stop your opponent's card or effects until the end of damage step with this card. So pretty good card, and let me tell you, that card does not look like a baseball bat. I can't believe Konami didn't censor that. What the heck? That does not look like a baseball bat, bro. This does not look like that. Anyways, we're gonna skip the first Cloudian and the second Cloudian because both of those two Cloudians that we're skipping on got leaked already, so let's get past this. But we have some more Cloudian support, boys and guys. Hype Cloudian support. Let's freaking go. But yeah, we have a Water Fairy, 4-star, 1300 attack, 0 defense. Card cannot be stored with battle. This card's in face-up defense position. Destroy it. When you normal summon this card, place a fog counter on it. For each Cloudian monster on the board, you can remove 3 fog counters from anywhere on the board to discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Can't get destroyed, like we all know. Cloudians get switched to defense position, they get killed. You can normal summon this card, place a fog counter on a Cloudian monster on the board. That's pretty good because that's how Cloudians pop up their effects. Remove 3 counters to discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Okay, nothing too crazy. They're just Cloudians. I'm sorry, but I don't really care about the Cloudians. We're gonna talk more of these kooky boys. I don't know how to pronounce them properly. I keep pronouncing them Goki, but they're not Gokis, boys. They're not Gokis. I mean, yeah, C and K are kind of like similar, like pronounced or whatever, so I guess that's why I keep accidentally. Well, no, Goki starts with the G. Never mind, I'm just stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm stupid. Anyways, 4-star Earth, the Beast Warrior effect, level 4, 1900 attack, 1300 defense. During each year and phase, destroy this card unless you send an Iron Core of this of that. So I forgot. So all of these cards need to discard themselves. Okay. I need to remember that. It's not only that Dragon's effect, all of these little kookies guys do that. When this card destroys opponent monster by battle, you can add a Gokimaru card from your graveyard to your hand. So actually, that's actually kind of good. It's a 1900 beater. You can keep searching. You can keep recycling your Gokis with this effect. Gookis. However you pronounce these guys, you can keep recycling them over and over and stuff like that. And then also you can reveal Beast Warrior type monster too. So this guy will actually, you should have an easier time to keep this guy on the board with this effect compared to the dragon and stuff like that. So that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad for how this deck operates. That's pretty good. It's pretty good for the deck itself. Next up, we're going to talk about Ice Baby. Horrible reference. Actually looks kind of cool though. During each end phases, destroy this unless you have the Iron Core or whatever, or you can reveal a continuous spell card in your hand. You can send a card from the graveyard from your hand to the graveyard to destroy a special summon monster on the board. That's actually pretty good. Yo, that's actually not too bad. You can destroy a special summon monster on the board. Special summoning monsters are going to be wild in this game. So the fact that this is a 1900 4-star that you can destroy special summon monsters, that's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good right here. This deck seems kind of cool. I don't think it'll be broken, but it's a cool deck. It might be like an anti-meta sort of deck, possibly. I have absolutely no clue. I'm just spitting words, I'm pulling words out of my butt. I don't know, man. Cool card though. Another 2100 4-star. During each end phase, destroy this card unless you send a Gokimaru to your hand or reveal one normal trap card from your hand. This card battles later, dark monster. Any monsters of that effects activate or apply the field or negate during the battle phase while this card remains on the field. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. This is a 2100 4-star, by the way, guys. Keep that in mind. And how this deck works, all of the monsters in this deck, you need to discard something to keep it on the board. So this is not really the effect in general sucks, but since the whole deck operates like that, you don't worry about that too much, because that's just how the whole deck operates. So the fact that it's a 2100 4-star is actually kind of wild, dude. Wow. This deck seems interesting. This deck seems interesting, and their Dragon Boss monster seems pretty good too. I think I'm gonna have fun playing this deck for fun and stuff like that. Anyways, next up, 4-star, 1800 attack, defense, rock, earth. All the shenanigans face up, monsters in the field to be destroyed during the end phase. Draw this card instead. Oh, dude, and if you have this guy on the board, you can do that and say, yo, these cards seem cool. Face up, destroyed during the end phase. You can special summon a Goki token on the board. Oh, so you can. This is the engine that keeps stuff going. Interesting. Interesting. You can keep special summoning these tokens onto the board. This guy doesn't get killed through the other, you know, Gooki's effects. This card seems pretty cool. This card seems pretty cool. What do you guys think of this deck? I think it seems kind of cool, to be honest. I think this deck seems pretty cool. Dude, this next main box is hype, bro. And last but not least, we have Sea Panther. I actually recognize the card artwork. So this is a Sea Serpent 4-star, 1900 attack, 1200 defense. You know, gotta destroy this card unless you send the Iron Core or reveal Water Monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can send an Iron Core of whatever from your hands to the graveyard to return a spell card from your graveyard to the top of your deck. It's not the best. It is a rare card after all. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Cool. Cool. Now we're going to talk about some Mermails. Now, I don't think we're going to skip any of these Mermails, it looks like, so I'll just talk about all these Mermail cards right here. Let's talk about all these Mermail cards right here. Let's go do that real quick. So yeah, we have Mermail, Abyss, Turge, or whatever. This is when this card's normal, especially someone you can discard a water monster to the graveyard. Target level 3 or lower water monster in the graveyard and add that to your hand. You only can use the effect once per turn. So actually, this isn't too bad, because if you think about it, with Mermails, all their effects pop off. Most of the Mermails effects pop off when you discard them to the graveyard. So you can discard a Mermail that is a 3 or lower, play this guy's effect where you can add it back to your graveyard anyway. So you can like discard the card, play that Mermail's effect since it got discarded to the card, and then add it back with this Mermail card right here. I think that's how the combo works, and I think that's really cool. So you just basically discard and bring it back to your hand and basically play the cost of that effect for free. So I think that's actually pretty cool. And actually, I think this card got leaked real quick, but I think I can give you guys kind of an example on how this stuff works. But I think this card, yeah, it got leaked before. But yeah, with this one, it's cards discarded to the graveyard. You can target a Mermail in your graveyard and special summon that target, and you only can use this effect once per turn. So yeah, the combo is that you play that previous Mermail we talked about, discard this card, play this Mermail Abyss's effect to special summon a different Mermail from your graveyard, and then that previous Mermail that we talked about, that you activate that effect to special or to add this card back to your hand. So combos, my boy. Like, dude, these Mermails are gonna they're gonna be wild. They might be the next hated deck. I don't know, but it seems fun. It seems like a fun deck, my dude. Next up, we're gonna talk about Abyss. We're gonna talk about Abyss Slide or whatever. So, okay, yeah, this one we talked about too. And it's the graveyard, special summon a Mermail from your hand. And then, you know, since we've talked about the previous Mermail right here, this guy, you can like use it to special summon or add it back to your hand. So I think that's pretty cool. Doki dokie. What's going on here, Konami? You doing a freaking Doki Doki Literature Club collab? Anyways, this is the Earth Rock 2-star, 50 attack and defense. Discard a rock type monster, special summon from your deck. Rock type monster has the original attribute and level as a monster in face up attack position or face down position. You only can use the effect of Doki Doki once per turn. So this can help out with that Goki or Kuki cards that we were talking about. This could help out Magnet decks, and it can help out other rock decks. This actually is going to be a good card for just rock decks in general, because magnets are pretty much all 4 stars with the same attribute and stuff like that, which is cool. This will help out the Kukis or whatever. So I'm going to probably make a magnet deck with this card, to be honest. I think that's actually going to be really good. Yeah, magnets will actually use this card well. I'm going to probably build a magnet deck off of this card. That's going to be awesome to try out. Next up, we're going to talk about another Aqua Actress. An Aqua Actress right there. Right here. This is a 1-star. Once per turn, you can add an aquarium card from your deck to your hand. Cool. And that's pretty much it about that card. Let's move on. Been wasting a lot of time as it is, so we should probably start flying through these cards. I'm just kind of just talking too much about these archetypes and stuff like that. This video is going to be a long video, man. It's going to be a long video, so thank you guys coming through for today's video, my boys. Next up, we're going to talk about the Abyss Scale Muchi. Equip spell, only equipped to a Mermail, gains 800 attack when spell effect activated on your opponent's side and resolves. Negate that effect and then send this card to the graveyard. Not terrible. We have another aquarium card. So it looks like Aqua Actresses and aquariums kind of work together, it seems like. Also, this card is used in the anime. Interesting. Jesus, it's hard to commentate. Aqua Actress monster, you control battles opponent's monster during damage calculation. The battling monster's attack and defense become double to current attack and defense during that damage calculation only. That's actually pretty good. The card sent to the field to the graveyard. You can target Aqua monster, type monster in the graveyard, special summon it. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Aqua type monsters. You only can control an aquarium lighting Only one of them. That makes sense, because if you could be able to control 3 of them on the board, you would be able to just double and double the attack of the monster. So, good thing you can't do that. But yeah, Aqua Atch's double attack is going to be really good if you get that 6-star tribute Aqua Atch's that we were talking about. Since it's 2,000 attack, it might go to 4,000. That's pretty cool. Now we have Aquarium Sets. Probably going to be a trap card, because, you know, you set down the trap card, bro. And before I get pranked, and it's a spell card. It's a spell card. I got pranked. All our monsters gain 300 attack and defense. All Aqua Actress monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. So if you're playing Aqua Actresses, they're going to get a total of 600 attack and defense. This card's set for the field of the graveyard. You can target an Aqua monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot you cannot special summon monster for us to turn except Aqua type monsters. One thing I just realized about both of this card and the previous cards, you can probably play something like Cosmic Cyclone since it's a quick play spell. You attack your opponent's monster with the massive damage with the Aquarium set, and then you just pop the Cosmic Cyclone, destroy the Aquarium set and one of your opponent's cards, and special summon stuff. So, pretty good. Nothing crazy. Pretty good. So that's pretty cool right there. Next up, we're going to be talking about Abyss Squall. Abyss Squall. Target 3 Mermails in graveyard. Special summon those targets face to the defense position. Their effects are negated and cannot declare an attack turn during the end phase. The only thing I can really see is just for synchro summons, and that's about it. Or exceed summons when that becomes a thing in the future. Other than that, it's kind of booty. It's kind of booty. Kind of booty. Maybe I'm missing some. Maybe you can, like, tribute, I guess. You can, like, tribute stuff, I guess. So that's not too bad. But, yeah, I don't really know. Iron Core Luster. Reveal one of these Iron Core whatever is in your hand. Negate the activation of your opponent's spell and trap card and destroy it. I think we already talked about that card in the previous video, but whatever. Whatever. Quick talk about trying to fly through his cards because, you know, most of these are kind of just getting meh. This is the shield for the Gookies or whatever, Koakis or whatever. Activate only when your opponent's monster players attack if you have 2 or more of the Iron Core in your graveyard. Start off face of packs which monster opponent controls. Very situational because you're going to want to keep the Iron Core, I believe, but maybe it's like a decent tech in the deck or something like that. I don't really know. Maybe someone will build like a super busted version of this deck, but I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows? Anyways, pretty cool right there, though. I like it. Interesting card. Probably won't pop off that much, but it seems neat anyways. This is a little negate thing. Counter trap, activate if you only control one of these monsters, and have an Iron Core in your hand graveyard. Get the activation of an effect and destroy it. So, yeah, you might want to run a couple of these to negate some effects and stuff like that. Like, this deck is kind of like an anti-meta deck, I think. Something like that. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Goki, or Gooki, I keep calling it. Dude, Goki is just so much easier to say, bro. Anyways, this is an 8-star Fire Fiend, 3,000 attack, 2,100 defense. Each your hand phase destroys card unless you control, or unless you send an Iron Core from your hand to the graveyard. That's the only way to keep this guy on the board. Okay. You can tribute summon this monster by tributing one, Goki monster. This card cannot be destroyed by the effects of trap cards. That's kind of cool. While Drowning Mirror Force still works on that, Wild Storm still works on that, so that effect's kind of useless, to be honest. Ripped. During battle between the attack position, attacking card and the defense position monster whose defense lower than attack, the battle damage has difference. So yeah, that dragon that we talked about earlier, that was an 8-star, is much better than this card. This card artwork does look super cool though. Like, that's real cool. That artwork looks super cool, but other than that, it's whatever. Now we're gonna talk about UA Playmaker over here. Shout out to Playmaker Duel LInks. We freaking god, dude. Playmaker Duel LInks. I knew Playmaker was an athlete, bro. I knew it. This is an 8-star warrior. Special summon this card from your hand, but returning UA monster control to the graveyard, except UA Playmaker. You can special summon a UA Playmaker once per turn this way. Now the UA monster control declares an attack. You can have this card lose actually exactly 800 attack, and if it does, your attacking monster gains 800 attack. So you can attack with this card first, and then you can use one of your other UAs on the board, attack, and since you already attacked first with Playmaker, you might as well use its effect to give your other UA monster some extra attack. So pretty cool right there. That's if you can figure out like tech in one of them, that might be a good idea. It might be a good idea. Cool card. And I actually like the artwork of that. Like these UAs and Mermails and Gookies and all that stuff just looks so cool. Anyway, so this is a 7-star Aqua, 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense. You can discard 4 other Mermail monsters to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and when you do, target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Mermail monsters in the graveyard if possible. This card can 500 attack if it does. Destroy those targets if any. You contribute another face-up attack position Mermail monster against the following effect this turn. Start damage stuff. Once card attacks the defensive monster, destroy the monster. So, yeah, you can discard 4 other Mermail monsters, special summon this card from your hand. That's a lot of Mermail monsters. And then, but if you do, you can target cards your opponent controls and to the number Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of mermaid monsters in graveyard as possible. This card against fire attack if it does, or those targets if any. So the cost of this guy is heavy, but if you pop off its effect, you can deal some massive damage with this guy. So the cost is heavy, but if you pop this guy off, it'll be pretty good. But still, there's a reason why it's an N, is because we only have a starting hand of 4 cards anyways. So popping off that effect is going to be difficult. But if you do, you're going to get some good reward from it and most likely win the game. Next up, we're going to talk about Cranium Fish, 6-star fish, water, 2400 attack, 1000 defense. Special summon this card, by tributing an Ocean's Keeper. You can discard one of water monsters to the graveyard, destroy a face-down card. Okay, so I mean, you can tribute an Ocean's Keeper, discard a water monster, destroy a face-down card. Okay, nothing too crazy right there. And we have a new elemental hero, but it's just a meh fusion one, I believe. Yeah, Mudball Man, just Bubble Man and Clay Man. That's it. It's just 3000 defense, whoop-de-doo. 1900 attack, whoop-de-doo. Skipping past that real quick. I did not mean to do that. Just let me copy and paste. Just let me do it, please. Anyways, so yeah, we got this Gokimaru right here. Each of your end phases destroy this card unless you send an Iron Core, or if you have a zombie monster in your hand. If Gokimaru would be destroyed by battle, a card effect and remove from play Goki from your graveyard instead. That's actually good. Like, the sad part is it is a 5-star, so it's going to be hard to keep this guy on the board. But it will help out the deck if you do have it on the board. But man, that guy looks like he's having not a good day. I feel bad for that poor dude. I feel pretty bad for it. Dude, we have so much cards to talk about. Let's just fly through them, boys. So we have Rage of the Deep Sea. Rage of the Deep Sea right here is a 5-star fish. Gains fire and attack and defense for each fish, serpent, or aqua type monster in your graveyard. So potentially, this guy could have a lot of attack, but potentially it might not have any attack. So very interesting right there. Might be pretty good as long as your opponent doesn't banish your stuff. Thousand Eyes Jellyfish, next card to talk about. 5-star fish, can't be special normal summon set, must be special summon attributing Ocean Keeper. Opponent must play with their hand revealed. That's a meme right there. That's a fucking meme right there, dude. Spooky looking card, 300 attack, 1200 defense, pretty cool right there. Next up, we're going to talk about the Great Spirit. Up with the Great Spirit right here. This is a 4-star rock. During your main phase, you can flip this card face down defense position. This card flips summon, you can switch the original attack from one face up Earth monster until the end of the turn. That could potentially be pretty good because some Earth monsters have a ton of defense and little attack, so that might actually be alright. Next up, we're going to talk about this Goki right here. So this is, or Gookie. I'm going to say Goki for my whole life. I recognize this card. I think I have this somewhere lying in my room. 4-star rock, can't be destroyed. This card can be, when this card is destroyed with balance in the graveyard, you can add a Iron Core or level 4 lower, Gookie monster from a deck to your hand. I mean, honestly, if there's a main phase 2, this card might be a little more useful, but other than that, it's just mostly, you just gotta set this guy and pass, pretty much. Set and pass. Set and pass and hopefully get some of your stuff. Or if you have some multiple of these Gookie monsters on the boards or whatever, you can like crash that monster to your most monster, search for the Iron Core, so then your other Gookie monster you have on the board can stay alive, something like that. Meh, who cares? It's whatever. I think this card got leaked last time. No, it did not. This is a 4-star water, 1500 attack and defense. Stores opponent's monster for balance in the graveyard. You can discard a water monster, special summon a mermail from your deck and face its defense position. Only can use effects once per turn. It's an okay effect. Attack is lacking. Special summon in defense. You special summon the mermail in defense position. I might give that card a pass. Meh. The other ones that we talked about are much better than that, so I don't know. Next up, we have Meta Shark. Fish. When this card's normal summon, you can target 2 fish monster in your graveyard, shuffle them back to your deck. 1800 attacking guy. Other than that, though, it's just kind of meh. Who really cares? Nothing too crazy right there. Like, that's what most of these rare or end cards are. You just kind of just read it quick and just like, okay, there's a reason why it's an end. 1800, guy right here. A warrior defends the world of the Sea of Darkness. He prides himself on his fighting prowess in both ground and, of course, in the water. Nice job, dude. Thanks for protecting us. Next up, we have Wolf Axe Wielder. Let's see this axe holding a. Let's see this wolf holding an axe. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is right here. All baby. 1650, 1000 defense. Once it started battles, monster attacks furiously and can't stop. Let's go, baby. Very good card. There's a lot of random, just vanilla text shenanigans. Very good. Next up, we're going to talk about Yahokaru. 4-star Aqua. When this card is changed from attack position to defense position, you can place any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of your deck in the order you desire. Okay. Okay, I don't know why you would do that, but maybe I'm missing out on a combo. Here's Ocean Keeper. This guy's been famous recently in some of the previous cards in this deck, or in this box. Can I just search the... just let me search, please. Let me do that. Ocean's Keeper, 3-star fish, battle, defense position, monster. The attack is lower than the defense lower than this card. You inflict piercing damage. Card destroyed battle, added 1,000 eyes, jellyfish, or creating a fish from your deck to your hand. So little cheeky combos right there. Shout out to the shock juice to the berries. Whoever made this paste bin was typing it real fast. I still appreciate it. Whoever made the paste bin, if it was you, Yazan, thank you so much still. But it's not a berries. It's barrier. Just joking, my dude. Just joking, my dude. But nonetheless, 3-star, 1500 attack, 800 defense. You can tribute this card, select a face-up water monster in the field, destroy it, and add an ice barrier from your deck to your hand. So, I mean, there's a lot of water monsters in this deck, so maybe this will be a decent attack against the mirror matches of water stuff. You can add any ice barrier monster. The only use I could see this is that if there's like a match system in this game and you're playing like a water deck and you're in the water deck mirror match, you can like side in this card. And that'd be kind of neat. That'd be kind of neat, but other than that, it's kind of like whatever. Very situational. You can pop your own ice barrier monsters with it too, I guess, and maybe you can pop off combos with that. So, yeah. Seems interesting right there. Little Swordsman of the Ale or whatever, and offer a monster inside of the field to tribute that increases monster attack by 700 points at the end of the turn. What a top tier card. I will sacrifice my Blue Eyes White Dragon to give this little boy 700 attack. I got him. I'm a nice guy. Just a helpful dude, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Resident of the Forest. I'm guessing this is another vanilla monster thing. 3-star, increase attack by 100 points for every play monster that's face up on the field. Yeah, this guy's only getting like 1100 attack, baby. 1100 attack, top tier card, boys. Top tier card. So we have Aqua Actress Guppy. That's a lowly. I don't like this Konami. Once per turn, you can special summon Aqua Actress monsters from your hand. There we go. That's actually one of the good Aqua Actresses. So you can special summon that 6-star Aqua Actress that we were talking about earlier pretty easily with this card. Zone Eater. I think this card was used before. This card was like a meme card back in the day. So a card attacked by a monster attacked by this card will be destroyed during the end phase of the 5th turn after his attack. I'm going to scare my opponents. I'm going to attack with Zone Eater, and then after 5 turns, my opponent's monster will be destroyed. Yeah, I remember I heard of this card for like some meme or something like that. Like, I was thinking, isn't there like some like level eater or something like that? I think that was the card I was thinking about real quick. And this is another Aqua Scale equip card. Equip to Aqua Monster, 800 attack, a trap effect that was activated on your opponent's side of the field results, and negate the effect, send this card to the graveyard. Very cool. Bubble Blaster. This is some Bubble Man support, boys. This is like a water box, bro. There's so many water monsters in this box, dude. Equip to Elements Air Bubble Man, increase the attack of it by 800 points. Equip monster would be destroyed as assault battle, destroy this card. Instead, you can make the damage as to 0. Yeah, we're just getting a lot of Bubble Man support. Like, don't know why, but we are. Shout out to Bubble Man. He's a real MVP. Anyways, yeah, this guy, you know, quick play spell. Shout out to Bubble Man being a magician in his pastime. Activates the card when you have a face-up Bubble Man. Side of the field during this turn, you can activate 1 trap card from your hand. That's actually kind of neat. That's actually kind of a meme right there. Play Drowning Mirror Force. Play Drowning Mirror Force from your hand. Uh-oh. That's a big scare. That's a big scare right there. There might be some meme Bubble Man plays in the future. Target face attack position Bubble Man you control, and then attack position monster opponent controls. Change both those targets to defense position, then tribute that Bubble Man to special summon an elemental hero from your hand. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good, to be honest. I like that. Next up, we're going to paste Burst Return. Burst Return, we got control elemental hero Persinatrix. Return all face-up elemental hero monsters from the field to the hand except Persinatrix. Okay. I guess. Whatever. Core Blaster. Core Blaster. We're going to do Core Blaster. What's this one do? Okay, it's for the Gookies or whatever. It battles light or dark monster. Destroy that monster without applying damage calculation. When this equipped monster is removed from the field, when the equipped monster removed from the field, sent to graveyard and contain this card to your hand. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. So you can destroy light and dark monsters, easy peasy like that. And then you also can return it back to your hand to equip it to another Gookie monster or whatever, so it doesn't go to your graveyard. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. Core Compression. You can reveal Iron Core in your hand, discard a Gookie, and draw 2 cards. Yeah, it's a cost of 2 just to draw 2 cards. It's kind of meh. Yeah, that's kind of meh though. Core Transport Unit. You can play this card once per turn. You can discard 1 card to add a Gookie Iron Core from your deck to your hand. That's actually not bad. Yeah, you can discard one of your other like cards, so you can discard one of your other Gookies, add an Iron Core to your hand, and there's some of the other Gookies that we were talking about that can be used some of their effects from the graveyard. So that's actually kind of cool. There's a lot of support for this deck, and I think this deck might actually be good too, depending on what cards are going to use, stuff like that. Next up, we have Reverse Okay, it was misspelled. That's why I goofed up. Okay. Equipped to it, Wild Heart gains 500 attack. When this equipped spell monster is destroyed by a card effect sent to the graveyard, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field and inflict 100 damage for each card right there. So that's actually going to be kind of neat right there. Maybe someone will tech that into that like all trap or like anti-trap deck of like using all those 1500 warriors to deal with your opponent's trap cards. I've seen that deck around here. Maybe I have 1 tech with the boomerang or whatever. Iron Core Armor, equipped to only Goki during damage calculation. Only monsters that battle the equipped monster's attack equal to equipped monster's level times 100. Equipped monster will be destroyed during the end phase. You can send this card to the graveyard instead. Very cool right there. Yeah, so you can not let your Googies or whatever get destroyed. Then cards to the graveyard. Yeah, but then monsters to battle, and then yeah, you can make your opponent's monster lose some attack. So it's actually kind of a cool card. There's a lot of these cool little tech cards. Like, so, I mean, these equip cards are like good in premise, but I don't think they'll be like viable for the deck. It won't be like used that much. You might as well use different spell and trap cards, but like the effect themselves is neat. Then Iron Core from your deck to your graveyard. Okay, I guess easy searching or whatever. Yeah, next up we're gonna just do Iron Core Specimen Lab. Do Iron Core Specimen Lab. During each end phase, destroy this card unless you reveal an Iron Core from your hand. In your hand, each time a Gukimaru monster is on the field destroyed by the end phase, the owner can add a Gukimaru monster from your deck to the hand. And then we have the famous card of all boys, been mentioned so many times in this box, the Iron Core, the Gukimaru. During your draw phase, if this card's in the graveyard, you can add it to your hand instead of drawing. And or send a Gukimaru monster from your hand to graveyard and add this card to your hand. Pretty good card. For the deck, I guess. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just reading cards. Next up, we're going to talk about the Gukimaru Initialize. Quick play, tribute one of them, and then add an Iron Core for your deck or graveyard to your hand. Very cool. Very cool. Play that during your opponent's end step or something, I don't know. Mirror of the Ice Barrier. Mirror of the Ice Barrier. Ooh, this has a lot of effects. Quick play spell during this turn. Each time a card's removed from play from your hand or the field and or in your graveyard by the effects monster. This card's in your hand and removed from play. Remove from play 2 random cards from opponent's hand. This card you controls removed from play. Remove from play 2 cards from opponent's controls. This card's in your graveyard removed from play. You can remove from cards from remove from play 2 cards from opponent's graveyard. Situational, because it has to get removed from your play. So your opponent has to play cards that remove you from play. But if they do so, you can pop this card and you just mess with them. There's a reason why it's an end. It's not practical, but if you pop it off, it's good. Next up, we got Urgent Synthesis. Spell card, return an Iron Core from your graveyard to the deck. Special summon a level 4 or lower Gukimaru monster from your hand or graveyard. Very cool. Just return some recycling and stuff like that. Almost done, boys. Almost done. Almost done, boys. We have Clay Charge. When an element of your Clayman you control is targeted for attack, even if it's face down, but reveal it to your opponent's side. In this case, destroy the attacking monster and elements of your Clayman and inflict 800 damage to your opponent. I mean, you destroy the opponent's monster, which is nice, so maybe there can be some stall decks with the Clayman in the future. Very cool. Double Trap Hole. It's not a part of the archetype apparently, but when your opponent special summons monster defense position, banish the monster that is summoned currently in defense position. Yeah, that's why it's an end. It has to be special summoned in defense position. Like, okay then. Okay then. Next up we have Goblin Fan. A continuous trap card. When a level 2 or lower a monster is flip summoned, destroy it, and its effects do not activate at that time. Okay. Okay. And then next up we have Raging Cloudian. Next up with this card, what does this card do? When it activates, when the clouding monster you control is destroyed by its own card effect, and sends the graveyard to special summon one of those monsters in the graveyard and attack position, and plays a fog counter on it. Can't be just changed to defense position by a card effect. That's not bad. That's not bad. It can't get destroyed while it's switched to position, so it gives it that immunity. That's kind of neat. Helps out those Cloudians a little bit. Spell Stopping Salute. Yeah, just counter trap. Only when an opponent activates a continuous spell card, negate the activation of the card and destroy it. Welp, we're finally done with talking about every card in the box. Like I said, we skipped a ton of the cards because they already got leaked previously, and this video would have been so much longer if they didn't. So, yeah, for everybody that watched the video from start to finish, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching just my shenanigans and reading out all the cards for you guys. Seriously, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and stuff like that. I'm going to be working on some more data mine videos for you guys, so if you haven't already, be sure to go hit that sub button and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I make more videos. Hit that like button on the video if you enjoyed. Seriously, thank you guys so much on this leak. Huge shout out to Yazan for sending over this paste bin so I can talk about all the cards right here. Without you guys watching the video and helping me guys out, I wouldn't be able to make these videos and just have the motivation to do it. So you guys are the best. I love you guys. I love making these videos for you guys because you just enjoy them and all that good stuff. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I think that's going to do it for me, guys, though. Thank you guys for watching today's early box review on the newest box. What is it called again? Like Gaia Genesis. There we go. Coming out on the 27th of August. Save your gems, guys, because this box is looking amazing. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Peace out!